The reason why. Darren Hardy gave an example on stage once of, Twin Towers style buildings, equal distance, hugely high, tiny little board, plank of wood connecting the two. Would you cross it? Everyone's like, no. Would you cross it if it was if it was a meter off the ground? Everyone's like, yeah. Or would you cross it across those buildings if one of those buildings was on fire and your child was stuck on the roof? And obviously, most more hands went up. So, the reason why, the purpose for crossing that plank suddenly became a lot more motivating. Earlier this year, I found myself without enough money to eat. Okay, my phone died, so I'll finish it in here. Back at the beginning of the year, I felt incredibly highly motivated to work like 12 hours a day kind of thing. I started to enjoy it, and I started to feel really proud of what I was doing. But like I said, I was living off potatoes and buckwheat, so I was literally down to, I think, a zloty or 5 zloty, Polish currency, which, there was a place which sold a kilo of potatoes for a zloty, so I was literally like, okay, this is the place I can get like a bunch of kilos of potatoes and last for a little longer. It got to that stage, but I really started to enjoy it, and I pulled myself out of that position, but similar to the board across those two, walking across a highly suspended board. The motivation was very real. It was my reason why, my purpose for working so hard was very real. Literally, it was to eat. And that, just like saving your child, is a very primal thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep that up after I got enough money to be comfortable again. So that brings me to the reason why, in terms of large lifetime goals, goals in your business, milestones you want to hit. So reasons why to do something boring and monotonous and continuous and day after day. There was a podcast which I recently listened to, The Fizzle Show, and in this episode I'll link to it in the description. They were talking about ways to kind of clear the head, get priorities straight. And one of them said whenever he got bored of what he was doing, it was a signal that now is the moment to go back to his reasons why, his reason why he's doing this boring thing in the first place, or this thing that was exciting and now has become boring. He'll revisit the purpose behind what he's doing, why he's doing it, and he'll write it down. And he'll read it and he'll reconnect with it on an emotional level. And for him, that works very effectively. He'll get out of that boredom rut relatively quickly, he says. So, that's another thing you can try. All in all, the more powerful the reason why, the more willing we are to do things, obviously. Whether you can artificially create that reason why, I'm still not so sure about. But it's worth a shot.